There we go. We've also morphed into having business tools and resources for all you guys building an essential oil business. We love the community of this, and just, I don't know, being creative and thinking of all the ways that we can help support each other. And I love creating tools and programs and all of that. And it's always fun when you have people to share it with. So thanks for joining me on this journey. So today I'm just going to hop over to my share screen. Let's see. Okay. Today, you guys can see the 3-day Flodesk challenge, right? Okay. So yesterday we talked about how to use Flodesk and why email marketing can be super valuable for your business. And today I'm going to walk you through for the next about probably 30 minutes of how to educate. So what kind of education to send out to your essential oil customers. Okay, so we looked at this business circle yesterday, and we're going to talk about the education piece. So a lot of you have your new customers already, and you are doing a great job at either bringing people in, and we'll talk about actually tomorrow how to bring more people into your business. But you also probably have an existing customer base that you need to nurture and educate. And just like you see on the left here, when you educate them like crazy and you tell them all the great things about the essential oils, then they're going to use their oils, then they're going to purchase more oils, and in turn that is going to make your business grow. So that is the whole purpose of why we want to be educating our customers. And I just think a great tool for educating them is to use email marketing. So what do I email? I know that is the $1 million question, right? You're like, okay, I know I need to send emails, but what do I include? You have this fear around what exactly should you email them about, or maybe but you just can't really pull it clear and concisely into one email. So here are a whole bunch of topics, and don't worry about writing this down. If you want to take a screenshot, you can, but I'm going to send this out when we're finished this challenge after tomorrow. I'll send out all these slides and you can do with them what you will. But these are just some ideas of where to start with brainstorming what to email to your customers. So one example, I took our usage guide, if you guys have seen our usage guide, and the first 4 pages are an introduction to essential oils, talking about a responsible company that you want to buy from. So that was one email. A second email was the 4 ways to use essential oils. So the aromatically, topically, internally, environmentally. So that was a second email. A third email was some green cleaning tips and recipes. And then a 4th email was addressing 30 different ailments and the oils that you could use for that. So that's a month worth of email. If you are just sending them once a week, that's 4 emails right there, just kind of a basics about essential oils that you could add and add them into a flow so that they're automatically sending. You don't even have to do that. And I'm going to teach you how to set that up. So other examples are doing an essential oil spotlight. So, oh my gosh, how many oils are in your guys' arsenal, right? You could just do a quick email on one oil, its benefits, maybe where it's sourced from, a picture, and a couple of recipes on how to use that oil. You could do a green cleaning. You could do that for a whole month, just a series, maybe even every couple of days if you want to send your emails more frequently on some green cleaning tips and tricks, maybe a switch and ditch. If you're teaching them how to switch out Windex, what would they use in place of that? So lots of different ideas here on the kind of content that you can add to your emails. And again, remember yesterday I talked about having short emails, just 1 or 2 photos, a little bit of text, and then maybe a call to action at the end. So if they want to click to download more recipes that you have, or email me back for more info, or whatever or go make this recipe in your kitchen, give them a call to action. Another point I'd like to make here is when you're either in your email or the emails that you're consistently sending, 80% should be valuable education and only 20% selling. Hold on, I think I've got to admit someone here. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Okay, they're late, so sorry, they'll have to wait for the recording. So 80% of the information, if that's 80% should be valuable education and only 20% selling. So nobody wants to be sold to all the time. I know that we've got great promotions that come out every month and, you know, different starter kits or whatever, but only 20% should be selling. You guys, I'm sure, don't like to get sold to in your email inbox all the time. So obviously your customer's not going to like that as well. And they'll want to keep those emails if there's valuable education and not just selling to them. So an 80-20 rule is a great way to think about that. Okay. So also, I just wanted to mention, we're going to send a bonus PDF. Some of you may have already downloaded this before, but it's 50 things to email. We've got some different subjects here. And so basically 50 things. So that's almost a year's worth of email if you're sending email once a week, that you can expand on those topics. So also we're going to send out in today's email, it's a tracker PDF. I find this a super easy way to brainstorm, put all of my brainstorm. Okay, for the month of November, it's more of, we want to talk about immune support, some holiday gift ideas. So these are the 4 emails we're going to send in the month of November. And if you make them for every month, it's pretty easy to just kind of just keep track of what you're going to send and thinking about the timeliness of it. So you'll get this in the email that I'll send later, and you can download this. If you are someone who likes to batch work, so if you just don't have email marketing going on, maybe you also have Facebook posts that you send out, maybe you also have Instagram. And if you're using a blog, this is how we make the most out of one topic. So I enjoy starting with email. Some people like to start it as a blog post. So whatever you prefer, but I create one email and then I just copy and paste that text into my Facebook post. I copy and paste that same text into for my Instagram post. And same with the blog. Blog, you're going to have to expand a little more, probably, but if you're a blogger, then you know what you need to do there. Same with the graphics. I only need to create one graphic that's going to go in my email. I'm going to create maybe 3 different, or I'll copy that same graphic and use it into a Facebook post, but I'll also maybe create, maybe if the email has 3 different sections in it that I'm talking about 3 different things, you can break that into 3 different Facebook posts and just create 3 different graphics. It doesn't have to be, you're not reinventing the wheel, just kind of make that information go a little bit further. And then same with Instagram. A lot of times I cross post from Instagram. I also share that on Facebook. But you can just, you guys use the same graphics. Remember, not everyone has seen every Facebook post and every Instagram post that you are sending out. So recycling this content can help us busy business owners get more longevity out of all that content we created worked on. Okay, so I'm going to hop over into Flodesk and we're going to walk through creating a workflow. So this is my homepage. Again, you just get back to this by clicking the far left little Flodesk icon, and this is kind of your homepage. So first, I'm just going to talk about audience here. This is where you're going to add your subscribers. So if you're brand new to Flodesk, you just hop onto subscribers and you will see all your subscribers here. There's their name and their email, when they were last active. And then these are all the different segments they belong to. So I'll talk about that in a little bit, but this person got they're in my general all email list. They're in my beauty guide because they downloaded the beauty guide. So they're on that list that I have. Same with the perfume collection and the diffuser blends, and it looks like 2 more here. So they've downloaded all of our freebies. So if you just need to add a new person, you can add them as an individual. So say you have all your customers and maybe you have 15 customers that are purchasing doTERRA products from you, you can just add their emails one at a time by clicking here. Or if you have lots of customers, maybe you have a couple hundred and it's too much to do it manually, you can upload it as a CSV. So basically, if you export your emails, probably in your doTERRA back office, you can export the emails into an Excel document, and then you would just upload it here. So it's super easy, and Flodesk will do all that work for you. Okay, so segments. In order to have a workflow, you first have to create a segment. So these are all of our segments that customers are in. So we had a Young Living event that we were part of. So those people went into this group. You guys are all in our Flodesk challenge. So that's this group. We have people that have downloaded our 50 email topics that I went through. That's in this list. You may create some that are, maybe you had a green cleaning challenge. So you want all those people to live in one list. You might have one for your main list. Here we go. I've got a main list for essential oil business leaders. They all live here. So when I want to email something that's just specific to this group, it's not going to go to my whole list. It's just going to go to this segment that I've created. People that are interested in essential oil business tools. All right. So that's an important thing to know. As your list grows, maybe you have new customers, and so you're going to have a new customer list. And then you can specifically talk to just those people. So to create a new one, I'm just going to create a test segment here. Or you know what, I'm going to call it a test list. So here it is right here. And I'm going to create a workflow. And you're going to create this workflow after you've created a bunch of emails already. So say you got to work and you batch worked emails for the next 2 months, and you want to send them all a week apart. So you've already created those emails. You're going to come in here, create a new workflow. They have, Flodesk has templates that you can use. I'm just going to start from scratch. And we're going to call this our say this is for our new customers. So this list, this workflow is going to start sending when I add the trigger. So as soon as my trigger is going to be when a customer is added to our test list, then it's going to trigger this email to be sent. I'm going to add an email. Remember, these are all our emails that we've already created for the next 2 months. And it's going to copy it into my workflow here. So the customer is added to this new test segment. And then it's going to automatically send an email. And then I want a time delay of 7 days. And then the next email is going to be sent. Go back to all my emails over here. And there we go. I'm going to have a time delay of 7 days. And my next email will be sent. Okay, there's a few other options on here. So you can have a condition. To be honest, I have not worked with this yet, but I'm sure you can go onto YouTube and find some tutorials on how to use this. I think so. Let's see. If there's a condition, it's take action if they opened the email. Okay, so if they opened the email, then you're going to, if they said yes, then you're going to start sending them this other thing. If they didn't open the email, maybe you're going to resend the email. That's probably what this is, how this works. There's another delete this step. Another option, take action. So once you've sent that email, okay, we use this. So say I had this email, I had this new, okay, it's a new customer list. I've sent them 3 emails, 7 days apart. And now my little 3 email new customer welcome session is over. Then I want to add them onto my main list. So you'd find here, okay, say this is my main list. And now they'll continue on to my main list and that they'll go on to that workflow. Okay, so you see how that works? Then I'm just going to hit publish, which, where is the button? I think my, there we go. And then we're just going to publish it. Okay, so that's how that works. And you can just add the subscribers by clicking in these dots here. And you're just going to start typing their email addresses in. So you can create lots of different workflows. So I talked about that as a new customer workflow. Maybe you want to have them do a green cleaning challenge. So you're going to say, hey guys, I'm going to start my green cleaning challenge on November 1st. Send me your email address, or would you like to be put in it? Yes or no. And then you can manually add their email addresses into that green cleaning challenge. And then you'll set up that workflow with all of those emails going in. And then they'll automatically send. So I hope that is clear. And I'm just going to give me 1 second here. Another thing that we were going to do for, hold on, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Okay, wanted to make sure no one was over there in the waiting room. Another thing that we're going to send you is 6 of our pre-made emails that we already have. So we'll send those in a couple of days, but I'm just going to show you how you're going to use those emails. So, and this might work for you to share with your teams if you've already created a whole bunch of emails and you want to just duplicate it. Flodesk doesn't have an option where you can like someone can copy and paste all of your emails that you've created. So I've kind of figured out this way that I like to do it. But basically what you will do is you're going to get this document and you'll click on the link and this shows you the email. So you'll just go copy. And start creating a new email. So that was the header. Remember I showed this yesterday where it has the scripty font in this header. So go copy and then paste. And I like that. You can have this whatever you want, but our example is with the scripty font here, make it a little bit bigger. Then I'll hop back over to here and you can take a screenshot. You have permission to take a screenshot, which is Shift-Command-4 if you're on a Mac. I think it's the same on a PC, but you're just going to screenshot this photo. And we're going to add in an image. There it is. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab this text. And you're basically just copying and pasting everything from the emails that we sent you. So again, we give you permission to do this, and we're going to send you 6 emails that look like this. So you don't have to come up with the content. It's just something to get you started. Okay, so pretty straightforward. It's a little bit time consuming, but you know what? If you've got an email already created and it took you 20 minutes to copy and paste this all over, I think that that's worth it. Okay. So watch for that in your inbox. We will send that out. I guess we'll send that out today. And that concludes our little tutorial today. So again, just to walk through what we talked about, brainstorming your list of topics. So looking at all your different resources, how can you take a usage guide and break that into a bunch of emails? Maybe you have that beautiful book, what's it called? The Essential Life book, and there's a topic on, I don't know, women's health, and you want to break out some information on there to share with your customers via email, just on a super streamlined topic. And then creating emails and then adding them to a workflow, playing around with that. So there's definitely a learning curve to Flodesk. I find it the most beautiful and the most easy to use. After I really got a handle on it, I find that watching these tutorials is super helpful. So I hope this is helping you guys. It takes, you don't know all the tricks yet. And sometimes it seems really overwhelming, but when you realize it's actually just these 4 little sections at the top: emails, audience, forms, which we'll talk about tomorrow, and then workflows, that's all there is to it. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we will see you again here tomorrow. And watch for the recording if you want to rewatch and get to know it a little more. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh.
May I ask a question?
Oh, sure.
I had popped it in the chat, but you probably don't get to see it. When you were doing where the couple of emails went out and then you added them into the segment where it was all emails, does that just automatically populate? Like, does their email just go into that group, or do you have to do something special?
Sorry. So can you say that again?
Yeah, I know I was a little mumbly and I'm sorry about that. So when you were showing us that new customers received 6 emails in a row, and then, or was it 3, something like that. Anyways, they received a few different emails, and then you added on something else that allowed them to go into the general population of, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, so that would be another workflow that you've created. So for example, we have, I'm just going to go over here again. We have a main list that has like 4 months worth of emails in it. And we basically add, yeah, so it already is it's a created list already. So let me see here, workflows. So when you want them to go into that next workflow, yes, that workflow already has to be created. So most of the time we have all of our, like, okay, say someone downloaded our perfume blends. They go in, they automatically get the perfume blend PDF sent to them because they're added to that new segment. And then maybe they'll get another email after, or sometimes I have them just go right into my main email list, and then those will start sending. But that list is already created. Yes.
Yes. So when they're automatically going into that main section that you just mentioned, is that something that is automatically done, or are you entering their email into that segment or section that's already been created?
You have to add them into that segment.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, sorry. That was a long way around to answer your question. Yes. So no, actually. So when you add them to that segment, they're not in that segment yet. You already have that workflow created, but they are in your original like where they first started. And then you told Flodesk to add them to your main segment. So Flodesk takes that email and adds it into that main sequence, and then it starts sending. So no, you actually don't have to go and re-put them in there. You've told Flodesk to do that. There, does that answer your question more?
Yep, it sure does. Thanks again.
Okay. Does anyone else have a question? Yeah, so this is, it was taking this action here, and then you want to add them to your next thing. And yes, this is where you're telling Flodesk, nope, you need to put them onto this list now. So they move that email over. All right. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.